All right then. So, ooh, ah, E. It's been a little while since I was able to record anything, and there's a variety of reasons for that, right? And it don't really matter. What do matter is that I'm back. I'm here. I'm your boy. All right, and I'm still doing the thing. I'm still making the videos. Still talking to myself. Still doing all kinds. Every possible kind of YouTube uh, personality you could be. I'm it. That's me. So that said, I'm gonna get back to doing what every YouTuber has done, and that is making my Let's Play series on fucking TT Superbikes. So there's been a bit of news about TT Superbikes since the last time I touched it and made a video. And that news is that the game has been delayed until 2018. Which, I mean, for a second I was like, eh. And then I figured it out and I realized that actually I should have been like, eh. Because, I'd rather they put a little bit extra time into it and have it be actually good rather than them rush it out and it be shit. But to be honest, I'm still not confident it's going to be all that good. I'm going to be real with you. I'm not so sure about the people making it, but apparently WRC 7 was good. And I mean, the last few WRC games have been bad. So if they've just made one of those that's good, there is hope for the new TT game that's coming out. So I got that to look forward to in the new year. I've got some other stuff to talk about, but I'm going to do that in a different episode because I've got to record a few episodes today because all the episodes that I had recorded ahead of time have now all been uploaded. So I need to get some done for this week, the week after, and I'm thinking the week after that because I've also, like by complete coincidence, at the same time that I ran out of TT videos, I've also run out of Need for Speed videos, so I've got to get some, at least, I'm thinking at least one of those recorded today. No, I'm going to do 3 of these, 2 Need for Speeds, and then rallying I don't have to worry about till next week. Because I'm trying to get back on that, doing on a Tuesday, just doing 3 episodes of a game every Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get back to doing that. It's a little bit difficult, and I don't have a lot of time now because sixth form is a fucking shit ton of work, and I still haven't dropped that. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I took 4 A levels to start with, and 4 is too many, so I'm dropping one. It's a tough decision which one to drop, but I'm definitely dropping one because it's just too much fucking work. So I've got to get one of those out, and then I'll have like a bit more time. But obviously, I kind of want to focus on the A levels more than the YouTube channel, so that I don't fucking completely ruin my life. Not that I need much to live on, but I'd rather, I'd rather be able to get a job at some point. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I know what I'm saying, but I know what I'm attempting to say. I've also realized that a lot of my videos up till now have just basically been blogging, and I'm not sure how interesting that is because I don't think my life is all that interesting. I mean, I can definitely talk for England, but I'm not sure how many people want to listen for 11 minutes. Or however long these videos usually turn out to be. So, I'm going to try not to blog too much, because like I said, I realize I've been doing that a lot. Maybe sort of try and focus on the game a little bit more. But we've all seen the Castletown 1100 track a fair few times now. So, there's not really anything... Fuck. Wow, I really sort of sat there for a little while, didn't I? This is definitely not a milestone game, you know? If you fall off on this one, you got to sit it out for a little bit before the guy decides to stop having like 7 broken limbs and stand up again. Well, gonna have to go back to blogging, I guess, because there's not really much else I can talk about the game. You know, everyone knows this track. I'm riding a Yamaha R1, a standard one, rather than one of the that Speed Freaks modified one, or I think there's a couple of different ones in the 1000cc class, but I can't really remember. The point is, I'm just riding a regular one that you could just buy at the factory. It's even still got the passenger foot pegs on the back, I think. Not like on the back, but hanging down from the back mudguard. There's some. I think those are passenger foot pegs. They're either that or they're like for carrying the bike around. But it would take like, I don't think you'd be able to carry around a liter bike. Because I started rewatching Bakuon recently, so I can start marking it on my Mal page. And yeah, lifting a liter bike, you know, a little bit difficult. Lifting my bike that I have in real life, not so much. You know, not a little Chinese 50cc. You know, you can lift those fairly easy. Which I had to do once, and it wasn't when I crashed. It was when I was trying to maneuver my bike in the garage, and I can't remember if I tripped or just overbalanced trying to turn the bike, but it fell over onto its side, and I had to pick it up real quick. And there wasn't no damage, but it did leak oil, and that should have been a bad sign, because more recently the gearbox has been playing up ever so slightly. Luckily, I'm selling it soon, so I don't have to worry about it. But, you know, I mean, I think it would, I'd feel better conscience-wise if I didn't sell a bike that had a ticking time bomb for a gearbox, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It's probably just a phase. My bike seems to go through phases. I don't know how common this is. It's probably fairly common. It's probably every bike does this, but like, for a little while, something will be wrong with it, and then that thing that was wrong with it will just go away. And I definitely haven't had anyone like sneakily touch it to fix it. I just leave it in the garage, and my dad's in Thailand for a little while, so it certainly wasn't him having a look. It's just, you know, sometimes something goes wrong, and then you leave it overnight, and the next day it'll be fine. And I like to imagine there's a fairy, there's a motorbike fairy that goes around and takes pity on you. But I don't know. That would make sense, to be honest. It would make more sense than like trying to figure out how come a bike can break and then fix itself overnight with no one even breathing on it. But there we go. That's the kind of level that Chinese motorcycles are on. There's a Honda right in my area, a pretty cheap Honda 125 that I'm looking at. Sorry. Not looking for, looking at. I found it on Gumtree. Because you don't want to be using eBay. Alright? Unless you live up to north, you don't want to be on Gumtree. I mean, other way around. What? Alright, I can see how crashing into one of those gates would make you crash. But I'm seriously not sure what happened with the flying there. Okay, whatever. But yeah, unless you live up to north, you want to be on Gumtree. Because everything on, all the bikes on eBay are fucking miles away. And all the bikes on Gumtree are nice and close. So I don't know. I don't know if that's just a thing with like I want to say East Anglia. I guess that's right, East Anglia. I don't know if that's the thing with like East Anglia versus the rest of Britain. But, you know, eBay sucks and Gumtree rules. So, there we go. Especially for bikes. I don't usually buy stuff on eBay. I prefer not to buy stuff on eBay. I mean, it's a roulette enough buying fucking PS2 games and shit. So I'd rather do that in an actual shop rather than trying to get it off eBay. Because at least with the shop, I can take the disc back and get them to make it work. If it doesn't work, like I did this week with Burnout 3, which was a game I had as a little baby boy. And then it stopped working completely. And I saw one pop up in Sex recently, and I was like, I want that. So I got that, and it didn't work. So I took it back, and the dude put it in his disc cleaner thingy-mabob, and then it worked. And it was black magic, but, you know, sometimes black magic is good, because now I can play Burnout 3 again. Everything is fine. Everything is Gucci. XD. That was ironic. Just so we're all on the same page, I only said Gucci there ironically. Because Lil Pump is my favourite contemporary rapper at the moment. Right, let's see if I can get through this chicane without crashing this time. That'd be nice. Well, almost. I mean, I did it. That was a bit of an altercation, but I did it. Getting a bit squirrely. Oh, I don't know what else to talk about, and I'm planning on doing another 2 episodes of this today. So I really need to get a think on, you know what I'm saying? Luckily, we're coming down to the last couple of corners now, so it doesn't matter so much if the commentary drops off, because most of the video is already over. I just gotta get to the end. With how long it's been since I last recorded, you'd think that there might be a little bit more for me to say. But as far as this episode goes, I can't really think of anything. What games did I buy recently apart from Burnout 3? I mean, I could list off the name of some game titles and people can be like, oh yeah, I remember playing that. Hell yeah, you're my nigga. You played that game as well. I got Micro Machines V4, which is a game I've had on the DS since I was a little baby boy. And now I've got it on the PS2. Obviously, every game I mention, I aim to play at some point. I don't know when though, since I'm only doing street racing, motorcycle racing, and rally racing now. But every game I bring up, I aim to play at some point. So at some point on this channel, there is going to be a Micro Machines V4 Let's Play. And I think there's another Micro Machines game on the original Xbox as well. Original Xbox? Why did I say that? PS2. It might have come out for the original Xbox as well. I don't know. So yeah, that's where we are on that. Next week, 125s, and I'm going to explain to you why I'm not moving on to the sidecars